How's everything going today?
Fine.
Get anybody in?
Got a couple people in. I had two ladies that came all the way from Germany come in.
These are cool.
Somehow I ordered them and I don't remember.
Hey, it's a good mistake. All right. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to pull the truck up.
Okay.
All right. Have fun.
Yeah, right.
All right. Let's go outside and see what we can do today. An actual beautiful day at North Fork Survivors. It's a quiet day, but a beautiful day. And this is our hardest working employee right here, Buddy. Working very, very hard. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to get the research vehicle out. So this particular vehicle is the third rendition of this type of vehicle that we've been using in the Cascades around Mount St. Helens. We refer to it as the Mountainous Cryptozoological Survey Vehicle, or MCSV. And this one is what we like to call the Sep 3 version, or the Systems Enhancement Package. And we've just installed some new equipment on it that we're going to be using for wide valley surveys this year. And so let's go take a look. It's a little hiding spot. I'll stand in front. Essentially, it's a M1025 military Humvee that's been modified with thermal and night vision and sound equipment so that we can take a look at everything in the woods. So let's go start it up and get it out. So we'll just take a look here. First thing we need to do is turn on the lights. There we go. We'll come around here and we'll see me in the windshield there. The first thing we're going to do is actually bring these antennas down, because if I don't, the door is just short enough to tear them off. So let's hook these to their supports up here. So there's one on one side. We'll come around this side. This is just a temporary little bar that sits here to hold the antennas down when we go out of the building, and then it gets pulled out when we're actually driving. I'll come around the back here. This is a cover to keep the rain off. So sometimes when we park out in the woods, it's nice if you can keep everything covered and not get rain inside. Humvees are not the most waterproof items. The next thing I got to do is open up the imaging compartment. So this is imaging compartment, or imaging side. And what we do is we keep it on a charger here, so that, pull this off, so that we can keep the batteries up. There's one, take that off, pull this out, hang it up. Okay. Back. Just back. Okay, so that's the imaging side. And we'll go around and get this started now. Alright, so we're coming around the driver's side here. These are some labels that we put on the outside. Well, it's in the inside of the window of the rear door, and basically it tells our guests what they're looking at when we're parked outside. Alright, so let's get this started here. So driver's side, imaging side here. A little hard to see. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set this. And we don't have a key. It's actually a turn switch. So I'm going to turn the glow plugs on. Make sure that this does what it's supposed to do. Okay. Now it'll get real loud. Basically, I'm waiting for everything to warm up. The power system will go through a cycling of glow plugs, so it'll drop off, come back up, drop off a little bit. So I'm kind of waiting for it to go through those cycling of the glow plugs to make sure everything's warmed up while we're sitting there. It's come back up into normal range now. I'll show you this. Oil pressure is good. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to do this one-handed because I am holding the camera. World's strongest e-brake. We have an exhaust hose on here so you don't die in the building. And just making sure that that pops off around here. Okay, so we are parked. Now we get to turn the noise off. Let's get out of here. think we'll leave them down today. A lot of times I'll just put them up. No sense. There. Okay, so we'll come around here now and actually see it all in one shot. I can actually come over here and check this. So this particular Humvee is actually an M1025A1. The body was made in 1987. It's got a 6.2 liter GM diesel in it. 3-speed transmission. I actually chose the 6.2 liter because it's the most reliable out of the 3 engines that were available for the Humvee. We're not all about speed, we're about driving pretty slow through the logging roads and woods and so forth. We'll go open the driver's compartment. This is a driver's seat. There's a monitor there to see the video feeds that the imaging station can get. I had that, or put that in there, because it was very difficult when they would get a heat signature and everybody in the vehicle is looking and saying, wow, what is that? That's pretty cool. And I can't see when I'm driving. So I have a cheap monitor now. This is infrared light control. Then here is the turret. Never ever difficult to find somebody to ride in the turret. Although it hardly ever gets used. Most of our imaging is remote. The wires hanging are intercom. Sometimes it's pretty loud in here. It's nice to have intercoms on long trips. That way we're not yelling over the engine the whole time. Go over to the imaging station. Real quick on the outside, these are the infrared lights. There's one here, and there's one on top of the truck and towards the center. The device on the right is a thermal imaging system, and it's actually got a special software that recognizes the temperature differential between a living thing and ambient temperatures in the background, i.e. rocks, termite mounds, things like that. The second turret here is actually a long-range thermal imaging system, and that helps us look into valleys and at distance. It's really not used moving. It's designed for more of a stationary application because of the zoom. This is the imaging station. So this is long-range thermal imaging controls. I've got a GPS on the left there for elevations. This is controls for the near thermal imaging system. The long-range one actually uses a separate knee-mounted joystick control. You just strap this on your leg, plug it into the computer, and off you go. So back seats. Okay. So what we can do here is I can show you the turret-mounted thermal imaging. We'll do a test today, and we'll run it through its calibration sequence. This particular system is actually new. This is our current rendition for 2022. It hasn't even been field tested yet. So right now, the imaging components and power source are mounted in the right back seat, and all of that will actually get a home back here with an independent power supply. But for now, it's actually pretty easy. You just come down here and we're gonna use this inverter system, turn it on, and the system should calibrate. We'll just stand here, we'll let it run through. So there you go. We're all calibrated now. I actually want to put a shout out to, I think it's pronounced MyBot. They're out of Georgia, Surplus Store. Putting a shout out there just because great people, great products. MyBot or MeBot, it's spelled M as in Mary, I-B-O-T, LLC. You can look them up on Google and see what they have. But what they do is they deal with surplus equipment that you don't see in other surplus stores. So this particular camera actually came out of surplus through MyBot. I'm going to go with it because I think that's how you pronounce it. And they were really helpful with getting it working and kind of getting us to where we were. The only part of it that was surplus is just the camera itself, and that's pretty typical of military surpluses. You get these bits and pieces, they don't sell an entire system. So it had to be retrofitted to work with a regular laptop and software and all that fun stuff. And you know, through a lot of creativity, we made it work. And so here we go. We're going to try it for 2022. So there you go. There's the basic rundown on the CASCADES Sasquatch Research Organization research vehicle. You guys have anything you want to see specifically? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know. Subscribe. We're going to do some other presentations with this, take you out on the road, out in the woods, kind of show you what we do. And again, if there's anything you want to see or any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them or shoot something for you if you want to specifically see it. So I thank you for joining on the first of hopefully a long run of pretty interesting videos. Take care.